Today we are playing a game called Monster Hunter Stories 2. And this is my first time playing this game on the channel. So basically how this game, I'm already like, I already beat the main storyline. But I'm just going to teach you guys how to play. So basically you have a, so like you start off with a Monstie, and Monsties are like the things you ride. Like this. This is a Nergigante. It's an Elder Dragon. Looks pretty cool. He's also very strong as well. And he'll also battle for you. Like, see these monsters right there? Yeah, those are monsters that you can fight. They're herbivores, so if herbivores are there, they also are running away. And so basically, ignore this quick finish thing over there. That's for later. But so like. Here you have fight, which you can switch between like power attacks, speed attacks, or technical attacks. This is the skills, which you need kinship. You need like a certain amount of kinship for these. And kinship is like this gauge right here. So you see this gauge right here? That's the kinship thing right there. So see how it's like filled up a little bit, like with like the blue stuff? That's my kinship. Monsties, this is like the moves that my Monstie knows. And I can switch my Monstie in between like other Monsties that I have in my party, like Elder Frost, Gameth, Boltraver, I mean it's all one because I just added them to my party. Ready, I just nicknamed this as Red King Rathalos, but I just need to address Kieran and Hades, aka Teostra. Items, you can use a lot of items. If you get some, run away, just run away from this battle. So let's just use technical power attack this. And since I'm really strong, it's just gonna one-shot them. Yeah. Since we're just like extremely powerful, we can just one-shot them. Oh, it's retreating. So when a monster retreats like that, so a monster has a chance to retreat like that. So when a monster retreats, it'll go to its den, which is on the map on the bottom right, you can see like there's a map on the bottom right. You can see like a little like symbol, like a green home symbol. That's where the monster retreated, and you'll know in the overworld because the den will just look normal. Instead, the only thing that's different about this den is the only thing different about this monster den is that it has an egg nest with an egg on top of it, and it will say like Aptonith Den because Aptonith retreated to its den. So I'm just gonna go over here, and you have to get to the end to like do this. Oh, also your Monsties have riding actions. So like this Nergigante, for example, has roar. So I can roar at enemies and stun them and stop them from running at me. Like them trying to battle me. Because there's a lot of fast monsters in this game. But Monsties are the monsters on your team, and monsters are the ones to battle. Sorry. But basically, so this monster is asleep because it just retreats to its den. And like if you have to get off your mount, by the way, in order to check out the eggs. So basically when a monster retreats to its den, you have like a guaranteed chance to get its egg. And how to get an egg is that first off you have to hop off your monster or your Monstie rather, and then you just search for eggs. Oh, and that glowing egg, that's like a little, and like see how it glowed right there? That's like a rare, like a better version of the egg. And then when it shines rainbow, that's like the rarest you can get, I think. I think there's rarer ones, but I think there's rarer types of eggs, so I won't even bother. But like, I've really only gotten like rainbow eggs. And you might mistake those as like stuff that you can't fight. Those deers are actually stuff that you can fight. So these dens right here, like see how this one is red? It's called the high rank monster den. You only unlock this after you beat the main storyline though. But these things can actually make like items. Like they can make items, or they could just hide like that. I don't even know how they hide. Could like in the rock, even though there's no space. I mean, there is a space right here, but you know, it's too small. But this is a high rank monster den. You only unlock this after you beat the main storyline, and you can tell because it's red. You can tell it's a high rank because it's red. And these golden ones are rare dens. So like these are like rarer versions of the monster dens. So if you go over here, it says rare monster den. That's like a more rare version. So like the chests in here are gonna be more rare. The items are gonna be better. The monsters are also gonna be more rare. And I'm being chased by a bunch of Velociraptor. I'm being chased by a lot of them. But, oh my god. Okay, you know what? I'll just fight one. So, see how this says quick finish right here? Like the one we have to press shift and space in order to do. Or I can just click on it. But basically, what this does is it just instantly wins the battle for you. But that only happens if you're like if you're like 1,000 times stronger than them. You can only do that if you're like way too overpowered for them. So you can just do this. There, roll dead. And if you wanna turn up the speed of the battle, like if you wanna increase the speed, you just click the C button to increase the speed in the battle. I'll show you once I get into a battle. Oh, there's a. Actually, I'm not gonna skip because that, my friends, is a Basil Juice. I think you only unlock the harder monsters on like I feel like you only unlock like harder monsters to fight. Like I feel like in dens the monsters are like there's tougher monsters when after you beat the game. Because you definitely are not supposed to find a Basil Juice like before you beat the game in a monster den on Cocoa Island. This is a Rathalos egg. This is basically like the main monster in the game, but I don't really use it because it's so bad. This is an Azure Rathalos, and that's, I don't even know what that is. Oh, crap. Yep, okay. Okay, well, it's a low rank one, so I can you can tell I'm very overpowered.
No biggie, right?
And there's some monsters that can't retreat to its den. Like no matter how hard you try, you can't make them retreat to its den. So you may think, oh, I can't get the egg because I can't retreat to its den. No, you can still get the egg, but like you just can't retreat to its den. So that's gonna make grinding for the egg a little harder. So this is a shiny egg. And the rare monster dens, like the rarer the monster den is, the rarer the chests, monsters, and the eggs that you get also. So as I mentioned earlier, your monsters have riding actions. They can have a maximum of 2 riding actions. So this one has the roar one. You can press spacebar to activate if you're on computer, but I don't know. I know you can play this game on the Nintendo Switch, but I don't know like the controls at all because I don't play this game on the Nintendo Switch. I just don't play on the Nintendo Switch because first off I don't have it, and second of all I just don't know the controls, and third of all I actually don't even know how to record on the Switch. So yep. Yeah, the second riding action on this Nergigante is Mega Breaker, which breaks rocks. Like, there's also like very powerful rocks, but you can still break those because the Mega Breaker can break like any type of rock. But the Rock Breaker can only break like the small one. But the Rock Breaker can only break the small rocks. So basically you can just break any block with something with Rock Breaker. Oh, also when you get the eggs, like when you get the same Monty over and over again and try to get different riding actions, it's always going to have the same riding action every single time. So you have to find something with like a different riding action. That, for example, this one is jump. So unlike most other things, you can jump with this. Because most monsters can't jump. Like they don't have the jump riding action. But with like Kieran and like Velocitron and stuff, you can just jump with this. That's just the only riding action on this. And when a monster has like a jump thing on it, you can go over there, which will take forever. But if you see like a circle with like footprints on it, and you have a monster with the jump technique, you can basically just jump to other platforms with these. So that's like how to do that. Next one is Lava Dive, which if you see any lava that you can ride on, you can just walk on lava basically. And it also has Roar, which we already showcased. Next one is Fly, which is one of my favorite actions because you can basically just fly around like this. This is one of my favorites, and this is why I love Red King Rathalos. Because not only is it like super strong, but it's also like a very cool monster, and third, it also has the fly ability. So these gray monster dens are like the basic ones. They're like the monster dens, like the normal ones. This silver one right here is a subquest den, which you can only see those if you actually like accepted monster, like if you accepted these subquests, you can find on the subquest board. So this is what I was talking about. So if you have a monster in your party that can jump, Naviru, which is like this cat right here that you unlock like very early into the game. He'll say, aha, don't we have a monster that can help us out here? If you press space, make Kieran my lead monster, I can just jump like this. I don't know why it doesn't do that in the overworld. Like, I can just jump like this. He jumped way higher than this, but okay. So, the Monsterpedia, which is like basically the Pokédex in this game. Oh, I forgot to mention. Also, if you like Pokemon, you're gonna love this game because oh my god, why do I always have a scratchy voice? Sorry. Oh my, I'm just gonna stick it like this. So go to the next page, click on Field Guides, go to Monsterpedia. Then you'll see all the monsters here. But the monsters only show up after you defeat them. So like if you haven't defeated a Rathian yet and you defeated it, then it'll show up here. There's also different pages. Like if you go up here, you'll see like a star, so you'll see a star right here. You'll also see a star that's like not filled in all the way. This is the high ranked monsters that you've defeated. So if you hover over a question mark, sometimes it'll say not defeated yet. Sometimes it'll say not defeated yet, but it'll still show the monster. That just means that you've seen one, but you haven't defeated it yet. So that's just that. Yeah. This is one of my favorite monsters. It's a Xantrios, but I don't really use it since I just don't know what genes to put on this. And we also have a high rank Rathian. I can just click finish that because that's easy. Nargacuga. Most of my high rank monsters are on this page. These are one of my favorite monsters, and I've defeated all of these when they were high rank. So we have an Astalos, which is a very cool monster. We have a Glavenus, I don't know, but this is why I love him because his tail is like a sword. We have the Glacial Agnictor. I don't know any of these names because like they're hard to pronounce, and this game like uses the weirdest names possible. We have Basil Juice, which is the one I showed earlier. It kind of sounds like Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice, like the movie Beetlejuice, or whatever. Remobra. This is like, it may seem like easy to defeat, but he actually produces venom, and he's also actually pretty difficult to beat. So the monsters that you fight will always have more HP than like your monsties. Like if you fight a Saragios, for example, it'll have 12,440 health, which is a lot. You definitely will not have that much health with your Saragios. I actually do have a Saragios, but I just don't use it because I feel like the Boltre Verstellos is just better. Yeah, the Devil Geho, I don't know. Sambarioth. We have the Great Dracophage Bug. You can find those, and they'll always look like this. But if you find a Stygian Zinogre, it'll spawn in these. When it uses the move Summon, it'll spawn in these. Vespoid, I've seen one, defeated one, and it was right next to a Brute Tigrex in the 9th zone of the Elder's Lair, which is you unlock right after you beat the game. I don't even know what this is because I haven't defeated it yet. Saragios, Mega Barrel Feline. These things are like you can find, all I know is that you can find these at the 1st zone of the Elder's Lair, and yeah, you can find them at the last zone of the Elder's Lair, and you have to defeat them with a Mega Barrel Bomb, which you can, or with a Great Barrel Bomb, which you can find those it's just random in chests or like any sort of thing. Then we have Bloodbath Diablos. This is one of the best non-elemental attackers, but I just don't use it, since in my opinion I just don't use it. Thunderlord Zinogre. This is basically like the best Zinogre in the game, I think, because of its insane stats. You can't. You can only see the stats if you have them in your Monsterpedia, but yeah. Silverwind Nargacuga, Fulgur Anjanath. We also have Grimclaw Tigrex. We have Dread Queen Rathian. We have Kieran. We have Diostra. All of these guys. This is a Rathalos I was talking about. This is the Rathalos that I was talking about. And then this is the Pink Rathian. And these monsters with the plus sign on them, that's just I don't know. They're I don't know. I guess they're special monsters or new monsters that are just really tough. But this is the Boltre Verstellos. It looks really cool. And this section is the bosses that you fought. So these are boss versions of these monsters. So defeated the boss Mizutsune. Also defeated the Norkaganse, which is very, very difficult. Glacial Agnictor, Basil Juice, and this is the final boss, which is Altura. And this is the true final boss of the game, the final boss of the Elder's Lair, which is the true final boss, obviously, Fatalis. It's really, really difficult to fight, in my opinion. But it's even harder to fight if you fight it in the multiplayer quest board for its materials, because you have to defeat this guy a lot for its materials. Oh yeah, this guy also has the fly ability, so I can fly on a Boltre Verstellos. I got this in a subquest all by myself. And also you'll have buddies too that help you out. It's basically so I have Roberto here. Make the most of your visit home as I pass the time picking. Not sure I'm gonna see. I don't need to come. I remember what I wrapped. Part ways means Roberto will just leave back to where he was. Oh, I just completed the subquest where I defeat Velocigrace. Or Velocigrome, I don't know. I got a single potion from that also. So this is the thing I completed. Boltre Verstellos, I completed this. Orochi Kieran, I defeated this guy in a multiplayer quest, but just not in a sub-quest because it's very difficult. I once tried but got destroyed. Soul Seer Mizutsune, this is one of the newest monsters. Elder Frost Gammoth, also one of the newest monsters that I also have. King among Kings, Dread King Rathalos, one of also the newest monsters, and I also have this because you saw me have it. Mullen Tigrex, I tried to defeat it but couldn't. I also tried to defeat this but I couldn't because these two are very, like, super difficult to beat. Golden Rathian, I tried to defeat Silver Rathalos in the multiplayer quest. I won, but it took me 70 turns to win, which is insane. Gold Rathian, I feel like this is like the same thing as the Silver Rathalos, but just gold. We also have Basil Juice. You can actually redo these quests, like when this is complete, which you turned in the quest, you can press enter to accept the quest again, so you can do it again to keep getting the materials. That's what I did to get the armor I have now. But I'm wearing layered armor, which you can buy at the Little Kian, which is a little later into the game, or which is like later. But basically, the layered armor that you'll be able to buy there is only layered armor that it's only layered armor that you'll be able to, that you like have. It's only like the layered armor is only like armor that you have. So you could get armor here. Don't do buy armor. I don't even know what this does. Let me see. Is it like a trash version? Oh yeah, because there's like there's like not like, yeah. So if you go over to forge, then you'll be able to. So you're supposed to forge here, because if you forge, then that's better than like buying, because they don't have like all the things. You can make this of the Heclical Venus materials, which is very early into the game. I feel like you unlock the subquest after you beat the game. Fatalis Buster, this is like Fatalis materials. This is the sword I'm using. It's like one of the best non-elemental swords in the game. You can also forge armor. You can buy like Silver Rathalos armor, but again, it's not easy to make this because Silver Rathalos is like forever to kill. I have 55 Armor Sphere S's. How did I get so much and not like, okay. How better is this? They have like the same stats but like different elements. So fire defense and water defense, and non-elemental defense and dragon defense. Critical XL, self-heal L, soul kinship L, critical L, fire boost XL. I don't know which one's better. Because like, this says critical XL, but I don't know. I'm gonna stick to my Basil Juice armor, because that armor, which is the one I'm wearing, which if I can find it. Dude, why can't I find it? No? Can't find it? Okay. Well, we make this out of the Grandpa Tigrex materials, which is actually the game. Altura is actually really easy to defeat, which is the last boss of the game. It's really easy to defeat somehow. Like, I don't know why, but it's very easy. So the reason why you say like 9 stars, you may think that it's like 9 difficulty. You actually need Kingship Stone level 9, which you unlock like early into the game. So if it says Kinship Stone level 2, you unlock that very early into the game after you defeat the Anjanath. Combine with items, Country Yellow. But yeah, this is basically the game. So I hope you like it. You can play it on Steam on the PC, or you can play it on the Nintendo Switch. But guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, smash the like button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.